Yo guys, and welcome back to another video. On today's video we're doing the pace test. We're gonna go straight into it. This is a highly requested video by Reddit and also on YouTube after I did my chem style test. So we put a powerhouse on Walcott because we're gonna be testing the stamina. How does pace affect stamina? How does stamina affect pace? Is putting a hunter worth it on a very fast player like Walcott with 16 or with 96 pace? Just so that if you put a hunter or a catalyst or a shadow on him, does he then become still faster when his stamina is drained? So we start off with a powerhouse on him because that only boosts his defending and his passing, so not dribbling, pace or anything that should affect pace. And you can see I showed the first run with a timer. This takes hours and hours to do for every run, so I didn't do that. But you can see that took 5 seconds and 6 frames, a frame being 0.03333 seconds, and then a lot more freeze. So I had to multiply that by 3, and you will see that in the numbers when we go into them. But you can just see a couple runs here, see how I do it. Run from the edge of the box to the halfway line. And then we go in and give Walcott a Hulk, I believe. I was going to give him an engine at first, and I realized I gave some dribbling, so I have to give him a Hulk. Just because I want to give him that small pace boost so that he still goes to 99, and then compare that with a Hulk, or no, not with a Hulk, with a Hunter or a Catalyst. Just so that you guys know that, is it worth it to put the Catalyst on, or is it the small pace boost, is that still the same because he caps out at 99 anyway? So we did the same thing again. We ran around with Walcott for an entire half. He's now a little under half of stamina. This is actually the run where he gets the least stamina, I believe. From the get-go. I think I drained the most stamina on this one. It's a bit hard to get the exact same amount of stamina every single time, of course. And I've just put the runs in once again from the edge of the box to the halfway. Not all of them, just a couple, just so you can see what I'm doing and how it is working. I actually look from the frame that his first foot is over the line when he's starting his run, if that makes any sense. I will show you at the end of the video a bit more in detail. And then also I look for the frame where he's fully over the halfway line, and I see how many seconds that took. But once again, I will show that more in depth at the later part in the video, where we're gonna be looking at how I do that. So then we gave him a catalyst, as you could see seen here, giving him usually that plus 10 boost. Of course for him it caps out at 99. Technically, that's what his card says, but we're gonna see if that has any difference. Any difference? Yeah, that's right. Also boosts his passing, so now he can pass better. At least that's what's the point of the chem style, because we all know that passing is broken in this game. But again, little under half his stamina in the second half. Run to the edge of the box. Let him charge up some of that stamina again. Also, make sure you look at that red indicator above his head. Because once that goes flashing, that means that his fitness has gone into the red section that you would usually see on the bottom. I can't show you now because I need to have a second controller who's controlling a player to hold the ball, otherwise I can't do the test. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're going to go into the numbers now for this first test. So from this testing with Walcott, we can see that with no pace boost, he got 5.2, 5.3, 5.3, 5.4, 5.46. And by the way, this spreadsheet will be in the description if I haven't mentioned it already. And then it gave him an average of 5.33 during the stamina test with no pace boost. Then with a Hawk, he got 5.2, 36, 2, 3, 2, giving him an average of 5.25. And with the Catalyst, he got a 5.2, 23, 25, 23, 28, giving him an average of 5.24 seconds. Now this average is faster than his average with the Hulk chem style, but I would say that's neglectable because that can be human error. Just having a slower run in there, just because of how the game works and the runs are always being the same. He actually got a really slow run comparatively, right here at a 5.36, but he also got some fast ones at 5.2 3 times when he had a Hulk. So I would say it's not really a difference. So putting a Hunter, a Catalyst, Shadow on someone who's already got a really high pace just to have more pace when stamina goes down doesn't seem to be a thing. So the next test is the height test. So we have created 2 players in the created player section. One is 5'6", one is 6'6". Let's start with the 6'6" guy. Pretty much 6'6". Maximum weight. I put maximum weight on both of them just to make sure that it was one, the same, and two, well, actually no, that's it. So that's the same. So he's got 99 in every stat, except for goalkeeping, but the rest is all 99 as you can see. Just so that's easy to remember, and so that's the same. It's also the same character type. So if you go to the 5'6" player, then we can see how his stats compare, and he's also weighing in at 253. He's 5'6" instead of 6'6". And then when we go to his attributes, his stats are all 99 except for the goalkeeper stats. I didn't boost those because that's pretty irrelevant. They're all the same anyway as the other guy. So we're going to be testing if a shorter player is faster than a taller player or the other way around. And just to show you, if you create a player, he is the first guy. So the body type hasn't changed or anything. That's all the same. So now we're going to get into the runs for the 6'6" player and the 5'6" player, my bad. Once again, just showing you so that you can see how the runs work. It's literally the same thing as on the previous run, but I want to make sure you guys understand it. Know that I'm still doing the same thing for these players. Before we get into the numbers, I could have not shown you, but kind of not the point of a video to not show you something. So a couple of runs with the 6'6" player and then with this 5'6" player right here. The same runs. Also, look at his feet of this 5'6" player compared to the 6'6" player. If you didn't see already, just went back. The 5'6" player, he looks so fast comparatively. But we're going to go into numbers and they will shock you. Now we can see the numbers we got from the height test with both our 6'6" player and our 5'6" player. 6'6" player did a 4.7, 77, 65, 75, 77, giving him an average of 4.73. The 5'6" player did a 4.68, 8, 8, 7, 3, 8, giving him an average of 4.76. So the smaller player was actually slower on average. I will say though, there is like a 6'5" in here. And here you have 3 480s. I think on this one, I don't know. I wouldn't say he's actually quick. I would say it's just the same, and that it just doesn't matter what height they are. I will say the 5'6" player did indeed look faster. It's because he takes shorter steps. I'm gonna test if this has an influence on like his on-ball pace, because if he takes shorter steps, he handles the ball probably better because he can get more touches onto the ball, if you get what I mean. But I would say for pure pace, height does not matter. So for the last part of this video, we're gonna I'm gonna show you how I edit it is and how I get the timing for each clip or for each run, however you want to call it. But before I do that, I want to give a huge shout out to TheBeardedPole. He hooked me up with Vegas Pro. He hooked me up with Vegas Pro 14, and for some reason it installed 16. I'm not complaining. He hooked me up. It worked. I'll drop his Twitch, his YouTube. Go follow him. Thanks to him, I'm able to go a little bit more in depth with you guys right here. Otherwise, this would not be possible, and I wouldn't get the timings as exact as I can do now. So massive thank you to him. Now, what we first of all need to do is go in here and put this to 60 FPS, because that just allows me to get to the right, or just gives me more frames pretty much. So I can also get the run a bit closer in. So what we do is I actually press this button, video preview on external monitor. It gives me the video preview on my second screen pretty much, so that I can see it full screen, and just drag this up this window. But you guys are not going to be able to see that because I can only record one desktop window at the same time, so I'm going to have to make this a bit larger, but I might get something one or two frames wrong because I can't see that full screen. Actually, I can still click this. You guys just have to deal with the screen that's right here. I tried to make it as big as possible, but here you go. So what we did with every run was one from the edge of the box to the halfway line. So here we have a little section. I'm just going to show you what I did for one run, because that should explain enough for each run. I don't start the clip or the run timing when he starts running, because it's very hard to say Oh, he starts running now. Because there's a little bit of a moment where he starts moving, but he's not moving forward. So what I do is I wait for the moment one of his feet essentially crosses the line. Which for me would be right here. I actually am I going 1 frame per click? Yep, I am. So right here, for me this is 1 foot completely over the line, because this one is so far ahead already. So I would cut here. I would delete this section for now. If I'm using this for the video, I might leave that in the first piece just to make it not just a run. And then we skip forward a little bit. Each run takes about 5 seconds, so it should be around here. Wait, there's on the run back. How is that possible? Oh, the first run was a fail on this one. I remember. I pressed the wrong button. I wasn't running. Oh, that's a bit embarrassing. Is the full run in here? Yes, it is. Okay. I just cut a part where I had run in it, so I could use it. Okay, here we go. So once again, I'm gonna be able to show you again now. We look for the frame where one of his feet is fully over the line that marks the edge of the box. Which on this occasion is a bit weird because it's moving this feet that is like more backwards first. But once again, am I moving 1 frame? Yes, you can see the frames number right here. If you don't zoom in enough, it starts skipping 2 frames or 3 frames or 5 frames. So once again, because this one is so far ahead and this one is kind of over it, it's a bit hard to see. I would take this part and we'll get rid of this. And then we look for the end of the run, which should be about 15 seconds later. That's about here. And we move forward a little bit, and we go to the closest frame where he's fully over the line. So that's pretty much over here. I think we can all agree that this is the closest frame to him being completely over the line. So we'll cut there. We can get rid of this for now. Well, forever, pretty much. And I would now I could just put it at the start and look how long the clip is. But when there's already something at the start, I would just put it perfectly on the 10-second mark or something like that. So you have to do it like that. We need to click the start and then zoom in a bit because I need to get it to the 10:000. Once again, the number behind the dot is not a 1/10 of a second or something. That's frames. So here you can see he's doing it in 14:19, but we of course start at 10 seconds, so he did it in 4:19. But we would have to do 19 times 3.33333. And I do have an extra calculator with me. So I do 3.33333. And that would come out to be 63.33333. And pretty much that would mean that we have a run of a run of 4 seconds. And what did I say? I've already deleted it. That's my bad. Damn it. How quickly was he? 19 times 3.333. Yeah, 63.333. So I would put in on the timesheet, I would have put in a run of 4.63 seconds. That's how I get the timing for each clip. And that's also going to mark the end of this video. If you enjoyed this test, if you found this helpful, please do consider subscribing and dropping a like. And sharing this video with whoever you think needs to see this. This will be the end. If you want to also check out my Twitch, I will be streaming later on tonight, hopefully. But that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed, and goodbye.